Hi everybody, wanted to do this video about another movie I saw just today, but I did see it when it came out. It didn't come out in movie theaters, it's more an independent film. Uh, it stars Marion Ross and Marlo Sokolov. Now, for the fans that don't know who Marlo Sokolov is, she started in Who's the Boss for, or no, she was on Full House for like an episode as one of the friends, you know. And then I'm sure she did a soap opera somewhere along the way. I don't really know which soap opera she did because there's a lot of crossover, and a lot of people who do soap operas to begin with try to go into movies and other things. Um, so but Marion Ross, everyone knows. I think everyone knows she was on Happy Days, so she's very well known. Um, okay, so um, Marla Sokolov plays Laurel, a floral, owner of a floral shop with her grandmother Rose, played by Marion Ross. Okay. She has the affections of two men, two completely different men, and she has the steadfast and, you know, medical person, Evan, who her grandmother loves. And her grandmother is like a traditional grandma that wants you to end up with a lawyer, doctor, somebody successful so they can provide for you, you know. Um, and then on the other side, we have how she happens to meet Stephen, romance novelist, but she doesn't know that because from the very beginning to almost the end of the movie, he's very secretive about what he does. So of course everyone says, "Oh, that's a red flag. That's a red flag." So actually, her best friend is played by Brooke Kerr, who is currently on General Hospital, but she had a small part in this movie as well. Okay, so her best friend tells her, "Oh, well, that's a red flag. There's red flags all over the place. And a man usually will tell you what he wants. And, that's what you're waiting for. Somebody just open and honest with you." Um, but she uses the same language that I think it's written in all the romantic comedy scripts. That, everyone's pushing you towards someone. And you say, "But I have a connection with so and so, and I have a connection," and they'll never listen to you. And then your heart, like, I guess you're supposed to know your heart knows better than your friends and your family and whatever, right? Okay, so, but of course, because of the romantic comedy, you have to have the drama. You have to have the push and pull of boy meets girl, boy loses girl, and boy and girl find each other again and magically end up happily ever after, right? Okay, so the tension is that her grandmother got involved and said that she was involved with Evan, and they're practically engaged, if you must know. Okay, so of course, Stephen does what any guy would do, and he backs off. And I mean, really backs off. So she's left to not know why things ended with him, but she doesn't feel the way you should feel about Evan. So he proposes, she said yes, but then she doesn't say anything. And then she makes up her mind and says, "I don't want to marry you," which is what you should do, ladies. Um, and men, if, because this is 2024, if your boyfriend or girlfriend asks you to marry them and the other person doesn't want to marry them, you should say no. Do not get into a marriage just to be married. Okay? Okay. So, we're left with how could she leave a doctor? Yada, yada, yada. Right. Okay. So, turns out he's a romance novelist and she hates romance novels. Number one. Number two, he's a guy. So you don't see too many men writing romance novels. So he and a friend of his, or his publicist or something, come up with a scheme to make up a pen name of Victoria Darling, and she is the one who does all the book signings, but he's the author of the books. Okay. Um. So that doesn't come out until way later. Then he makes this whole proclamation of like, I, I'm so sorry. I didn't tell you the truth, but here's the truth. And she's like, I don't believe you. Okay, now in real life, REAL life, someone says they don't believe me after I've disclosed everything. I say, okay, see you later. But in this case, he starts her signing parts of the book, so then she believes him and they fall back in love or whatever. Oh, okay. Now, when this movie came out, I really liked it because I was in the fairy tale mode, you know, and I was all for romance and all this stuff. And I'm still for romance, okay? I like romance. But I'm also to the point of if someone tells you the truth and then you don't believe them, what are they supposed to do? I am not going to beg somebody to like me, and I hope that somebody doesn't beg me to like them. That's not healthy. True love or love should be easy, kind of. Not saying you don't have to work at it, but if you think your relationship is like a job, you're in the wrong relationship. And furthermore, like I said, if you don't believe the other person when they're being totally honest with you, then you have other problems. So I don't know. So as much as I'd like to say it holds up in 2024, I don't think it does. I mean, parts of it, it does. But the whole thing, I'd have to say no. Because I just, it shouldn't be so much stress and whatever. It's supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be easy and fun and all the things, all the positive things. And you're going to have ups and downs, but you talk through them. So, all right, guys.